Thank you. Let me start by acknowledging May I acknowledge the Coast Salish people on whose traditional territory we're gathered this afternoon. And I'd now like to invite Mr. Marlon Hernandez, a second-year student majoring in mathematics and an executive member of the SFU Vocal Jazz Choir, to lead us in the singing of O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. I now declare the June 2013 Convocation assembled for the granting of degrees. Mr. President, members of the Board of Governors and Senate, faculty, honored guests, graduates, family, and friends. I'm Carol Taylor, Chancellor of SFU, and this is our 48th Convocation, and we are especially delighted to have Her Honor, the Honorable Judith Guichon, Lieutenant Governor of British Columbia, in attendance today. I am pleased to present the Lieutenant Governor. Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Chancellor Taylor, President Petter, honorary degree recipients, administrators, government dignitaries, faculty, distinguished graduates, students, families, and friends. It's a great honor to be here today on this beautiful campus to take part in the Convocation ceremony. What a rich society we have. And I say that not because we all live in big houses, and I certainly do right now, but we have lots to eat. But rather I say that because we have this wealth of young people emerging from our colleges, universities, and training centers, full of energy, enthusiasm, and eager to take on the world. For those of you who are thinking about slowing down, watch out. You may get run over because these folks, they'll be after your jobs. To you new graduates, I want to say congratulations on your wonderful accomplishment. I know you've worked hard to get your degree. But, and there is always a but, isn't there? It's just the beginning. The degree is the key to open so many doors. Now you will have to choose a path to follow and how and where you will continue the adventure of lifelong learning. I'd like to take a moment just to tell you about a couple of my priority programs that I will promote during my tenure as Lieutenant Governor. The first program I call Stewards of the Future, and it's to promote the concept of a holistic approach to our endeavours. And the outcomes will be healthy lands, healthy people, and healthy communities. My second endeavour I call This is Leadership, where I hope to connect and inspire leaders of the future. Both of these programs are based on what I call my 3 R's: respect, relationship, and responsibility. Just recently, I had the honor to be involved in the opening of the new Robert Bateman Gallery in Victoria. I also attended Mr. Bateman's 83rd birthday celebration. We were addressed during the evening by Richard Louv, author of The Last Child in the Woods and Nature Principle. Mr. Louv coined the phrase nature deficit disorder. During his discourse, Mr. Louv challenged us to create a new vision of the future that's so much more than sustainable. After all, he asked, would you want a sustainable marriage? I don't think so. We want so much more. Surely, if we hope to improve the quality of life for you young people and for the many generations to follow, we need a bolder, more vibrant vision of the future. We need a vision, according to Richard Louv, as seen through the eyes of Robert Bateman. So how does all this relate to you, the graduation class of 2013? This is where the sales pitch comes. I challenge you folks, with your newly minted degrees, those keys that will open many doors, to join me in my quest to promote a holistic future where we have respectful, responsible relationships with our land, among all people, and throughout our communities. Be the leaders who will inspire and promote a future for all the generations to follow that is so much more than sustainable. A future as described by Richard Louv and as a vision as seen through the eyes of Robert Bateman. So congratulations on this wonderful accomplishment, this milestone that you're of today, and may the road ahead be an exciting and successful one for every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very inspiring words and perfect timing for a graduation day. Also with us today are a number of distinguished guests, both on the platform and in our audience. But one special guest on the platform I'd like to introduce is from our SFU Board of Governors, Ms. Anne Giardini. And this afternoon, as I suspect many of you know, an honorary doctorate of fine arts will be conferred on Jack Lee and Terry Lee. As you would expect, it is a real honor to be Chancellor of Simon Fraser University, but it's never a greater honor or a bigger pleasure than on graduation day. SFU promises every day that we will be Canada's most engaged university, and we do that by having great students like you. We engage in outstanding research, and we engage with our various communities at all levels. So on graduation day, we celebrate your accomplishments within this wonderful university. I look at you and I see a lifetime of possibilities. I see potential that in the very best way can go viral as you add what you've learned at SFU on top of all the gifts that you came to us with, and now you're headed out into the world. Some of you, I'm sure, and I know, are raring to go. You've got plans made, jobs lined up, and perhaps even jobs that you earned as SFU co-op students. But maybe some of you are just a little uncertain about where your career path will lead. And I have to say, that's where I was when I finished university. I had no idea. Perhaps you've been reading the news and you, of course, think about threats to the environment. You worry about this fragile economy. Perhaps you've been canvassing the job market, listening maybe to skeptics who question the value of university degrees, and maybe you're a bit unsettled. I think that's probably not a bad thing. It certainly shows you're paying attention, but it also sets you up to exercise a virtue that I think is going to be critical if you're going to be successful in the future, and that's the virtue of courage. If you look to the great definitions of courage, there are three that really resonate with me. One of the first and best comes from Mark Twain. He said, "Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, but it's not absence of fear." That's a very important distinction. A second quote comes from designer Coco Chanel, who said, "The most courageous act is still to think for yourself aloud." It requires a certain bravery to stand up against the tide of opinion, whether it's from your peers, your good friends, or society in general, or maybe from government. But have courage. Your opinion matters. Your voices matter. Your actions matter. Winston Churchill sort of agreed. He said, "Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak." But then he said, "Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen." Now, for me, that final point is what makes a truly great leader. Whether it's in business or politics or life, don't just tell us what you think. Sit down and listen to what others think. That is the only way that we can get together and move forward and change the world and make it a better place. So you will need courage in small moments when you disagree with your buddies, but in very big doses when you disagree fundamentally with the ideas of someone who's in a position of power. But courage is like fortune. It favors a prepared mind, and I think there's no question that our wonderful graduates today are well prepared for the future. Whether or not you've got an immediate line on the perfect job opportunity, a recent analysis by the Higher Education Strategy Associates shows that within 5 years, more than 70% of university graduates will already be in positions that take advantage of the nature and the level of their education. The same analysis shows that regardless of your discipline, so this is all disciplines, you also can expect median incomes that are above the national average. So even if the next couple of years are a little bumpy or challenging or interesting, do have courage. You are now on your way. And I'm excited about the good you're going to do, and I wish you all the very best that your courage will bring to you. May I now call upon President of our university, Professor Andrew Petter.
Your Honor, Madam Chancellor, honored guests, members of the Board of Governors and Senate, faculty members, staff, and most especially graduates and friends. It's my privilege to preside at this celebration of your success, this culminating event of your education at Simon Fraser University. It's also my pleasure to welcome those who have come to help you celebrate, your parents, family members, and friends for whom this occasion is as special as it is for you. And they're likely as proud as you are that you made it here today. So before I go on to congratulate you for your dedication and commitment, let's take a moment to acknowledge theirs. Whether their influence took the form of encouraging, mentoring, pleading, or check writing, or some combination thereof, it's probably fair to say that many of you would not have arrived at this day without them. So think for a moment of all those who helped you through the years, those who are here, your parents, family members, mentors, and friends, along with those who wished but are unable to be here, and join me in offering them a round of appreciation and applause. And now, to you. What do you take away on this momentous day? What have you earned from your efforts at SFU? Well, there's going to be a high-level description you'll see on your degree, and there'll be some greater detail on your transcript. But in both instances, the references are going to be incomplete. When you consider what you've gained from SFU, I hope that you will credit some things that don't show up on those parchments. I hope you will value not just your knowledge of a particular subject, but also the learning aptitudes, the critical thinking abilities, the research skills, all of which will serve you throughout your lifetime. And I hope you also cherish the sense of social understanding and global awareness that comes from studying at Canada's engaged university. I also hope you will continue to engage. Given the challenges facing our world, we need you to do so. Consider the environmental risks associated with climate change, the financial risks of an unsteady global economy, the social risks of rising income inequality. If we aspire to live in a prosperous, sustainable, and equitable society, the world needs you to do a lot more than pursue your own self-interest. It needs you to look upon these and other risks as challenges to be taken on. As cultural anthropologist Margaret Mead once observed, we are continually faced with great opportunities which are brilliantly disguised as unsolvable problems. Addressing these challenges will require you to draw upon all of the knowledge, skills, and aptitudes that you've acquired at SFU, and to proceed with equal amounts of optimism and skepticism. Now, by skepticism, I don't mean you should go through life predisposed to rejecting novel or controversial ideas. Quite the contrary, such ideas should be welcomed and seriously considered. What I mean is that you should test and interrogate all ideas, old and new, to reach answers that are evidence-based. You should honor expertise, for example, by attending to scientists on matters of science. At the same time, you should never abandon your own values. Don't leave politics to the politicians. Whether you're casting your ballot or taking a position on a matter of public importance, you should again stay engaged. Now, fortunately, you have some excellent role models in those who have preceded you, in former SFU graduates who are making a difference locally and globally. I think of people like Svein Andresen, an SFU economics grad who, as Secretary General of the European-based Financial Stability Board, is bringing a steady hand to addressing threats to the global financial system. Or individuals like Nadine Caron, a First Nations woman and SFU science grad who, in addition to becoming a physician and educator, has used her talents to gain international attention for the health needs of remote and Aboriginal communities. Or graduates like Amrik Verk, a former RCMP officer who has devoted himself to addressing issues of youth violence and to community service, and who just last month was elected to the BC legislature and just this week was sworn in as BC's new Advanced Education Minister. These people are proof of another Margaret Mead axiom, that all social change comes from the passion of individuals like you. They also provide reassurance that as you go forth to engage the world, you will not be alone. Today, you join a family of more than 120,000 SFU alumni spread through 129 countries the world over. When you're in need of friendship, an SFU alum will never be far away. And should you need advice or support in the form of information or further education or whatever it may be, this university will be there for you now and always. For today, congratulations. As you cross the stage in a few minutes, revel in the fact that you have earned this honor. The degrees that we are about to bestow are testament to your achievements at SFU. So be proud of yourselves, work hard, and stay engaged. And you will do us, your families, and your communities proud as well. Good luck to you all.
And now a very special moment. SFU's honorary degree is the highest honor conferred by this university. Honorary degrees are awarded to distinguished individuals in recognition of their scholarly, scientific, or artistic achievement, or in recognition of exceptional contribution to the public good through professional or philanthropic activity. Honorary degree recipients' achievements celebrate our university's values, and they serve as an inspiration and role model to our students, our graduates, and our community. The honorary degree will now be conferred. To present the honorary degree candidates, Mr. Jack Lee and Mr. Terry Lee, I'm pleased to welcome Dr. John Craig. Dr. Craig is Professor of Early Modern English History. He's a Fellow of the Royal Historical Society and Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. Dr. Craig.
Madam Chancellor, brothers loom large in the history of the world. This is the stuff of sibling rivalry and brotherly love, creativity and competition, the tales of Jacob and Esau, Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome, the Wright brothers, pioneers of flight, musicians George and Ira Gershwin, even, for those who care about these things, a couple of Swedish brothers, Daniel and Henrik Sedin. To this list, add the names of Terry and Jack Lee, pipers extraordinaire, and two of Simon Fraser University's finest ambassadors, whose outstanding success with the SFU pipe band has brought distinction and fame to this university, and a Scottish flair and flavour to convocations and ceremonial events. I should do the rest in broad Scots, but this is a serious occasion. Holders of the Meritorious Service Medal of Canada, awarded in 1999 for their services to piping, the brothers are best known for the way in which they've led the SFU pipe band to the highest rank of international piping, capturing a sixth Grade 1 World Pipe Band Championship in 2009. The SFU pipe band is one of... Absolutely. The SFU pipe band is one of only two bands in history to win both the medley and the march, strathspey and reel events at the World Championships more than once. Their distinctive sound has been captured for posterity and is heard throughout the world in recordings made at New York's Carnegie Hall, the Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts, and the Sydney Opera House. Jack and Terry are dedicated to nurturing young talent. They created the Robert Malcolm Memorial Band in 1994 to foster junior bands that have recently been winning international championships in their own right. As a soloist, Jack Lee has been hailed as one of the world's leading pipers for more than 30 years, and he has won every significant solo award possible, including the Gold Clasp of Inverness twice and the Glenfiddich Championship. Madam Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of this university, I ask that you now confer upon two of SFU's finest musicians, teachers, and ambassadors, Pipe Major Terry Lee and Pipe Sergeant Jack Lee, the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa.
Jack Lee, Terry Lee, by virtue of the authority vested in me and in the Senate of this university, I hereby admit you to the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa. Dr. Terry Lee and Dr. Jack Lee will be hooded by Dr. Gordon Myers, Associate Vice President Academic, and by Dr. Kate Ross, our Registrar.
It is with pleasure that I now call on Dr. Jack Lee and Dr. Terry Lee for their convocation address. And I understand we're in for a bit of an additional treat because I understand they intend to perform 2 songs for us today as well. Drs. Lee.
Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, honored guests, and graduands. On behalf of my brother Jack and I, we are extremely grateful for the great privilege of receiving degrees from Simon Fraser University. We feel honored and humbled to be here sharing this day with you. Our accomplishments are really the accomplishments of many. These would include our families, friends, and the amazing members of the SFU Pipe Band over the past 32 years. Jack and I had the good fortune to be born into a piping family. Our grandmother, who got us started on the bagpipes, passed away a few years ago, and we had a wonderful service for her. Each of the Lee clan who played these instruments dusted them off so we could play together for her one last time. Within our family, we had 11 pipers, 2 drummers, and a Highland dancer. That probably makes us the world's largest piping family, or at the very least, one of the loudest families you might ever meet. Playing music can be a terrific experience for the musician, but it can also become a wonderful journey if you are able to share it with others. We have had the good fortune to be able to share it often and with many people. Simon Fraser University actually found us. The university opened its doors in 1965 and pretty much from the beginning offered piping and drumming scholarships to students. But in 1981, President George Peterson decided it was time to get a more organized pipe band. The university heard about the Lee brothers and contacted us. The rest, as they say, is history. Today is an extra special day for our families. My daughter Fiona is graduating today in this class as she's receiving a Bachelor of Arts degree in psychology. To Fiona and her fellow grads, if I were to offer a suggestion, it would be that you dare to be different, and above all, find a path that you can be passionate about and proud of. Success and self-fulfillment is achieved when your heart is really in it. Jack and I have 4 sons between us. All 4 began learning the pipes here at SFU in our youth program. They have now graduated and are strong pipers in the SFU pipe band. These degrees today indicate that our life's work has been appreciated and of some value to others. We trust and hope that your new degrees from Simon Fraser University will be exciting accomplishments for you and one that leads to many great moments in your lives. Thank you.
During our 32 years leading the SFU Pipe Band, the band has become one of the icons in the piping world. We have traveled to Glasgow, Scotland each year for the World Pipe Band Championships, and as you heard, I've been fortunate enough to win the world title 6 times. We have also finished second 9 times and third many times. Finishing in the top 3 nearly every year in the past 32 years has almost never been done. We have also had the opportunity to perform in many of the world's great concert halls, and as you heard, those include Carnegie Hall, the Sydney Opera House, Toronto's Massey Hall, the Mormon Tabernacle, Glasgow World Concert Hall, New York's Lincoln Center, Vancouver's Orpheum Theatre, and many others. Along the way, we have recorded 11 CDs and 2 DVDs. When we first started to travel around the world, people would ask, "Where is Simon Fraser University?" They no longer ask that. A source of pride for us has been our junior pipe band program. We formed our junior pipe band 20 years ago and named it the Robert Malcolm Memorial Pipe Band. We have been truly engaged in the community and have taught about 2,000 young pipers and drummers so far, all right here on Burnaby Mountain. Our Robert Malcolm Memorial Bands have gone on to win 5 world championships in their categories. We have chosen a pretty unusual path for our lives. We are professional bagpipers. We play, sell, make, and teach this great and historic instrument. Not many people would choose to be so involved in bagpipe performance and education in their lives. Many doubted that we could or should become professional pipers. But Terry and I have truly been living by the principle, do what you love and love what you do. It has been our life's work and our passion. Our wish for you is that you find something in your lives that you are passionate about. And then if you can take the dedication and talents that you have and add passion to the mix, many great things may be waiting for you. Now, before we have a seat, we are going to play a couple of tunes for you. Firstly, an old Scottish air which you may recognize, entitled Going Home. Following that, we will play a jig that the SFU band recorded a number of years ago, The Old Wife at the Mill Dust.
Thank you, Drs. Terry and Jack Lee. And let me tell you, if you happen to be in Glasgow for the World Championships, these guys are treated like rock stars there too. So Wonderful, wonderful performance. Ladies and gentlemen, as part of the ceremony, the Alumni Association will present a Simon Fraser University alumni pin to the graduates as they leave the stage. Our alumni are very important to us, and we are pleased that this symbolic presentation will launch our graduates on their new role as alumni of SFU. Ms. Leanne Young, who holds a BA in Criminology from SFU, is also the current Vice President of the SFU Alumni Association. I invite Ms. Young to the lectern to bring greetings to the graduands. Leanne?
Thank you, President Petter. So first off, Jack and Terry, congratulations. I hear there is a small local hockey team around here who could use a lesson or two about championships. So congratulations when you're done here. So it is my privilege and pleasure to congratulate all of you on your graduation and welcome you as the newest members of the SFU Alumni Association, a global community of over 120,000 graduates. I encourage you to remember and rely upon your connections that you've made here at SFU. This will be your strongest and most natural network. You can always talk about why the AQ is a square, so. Come and attend our events, join the Alumni Online Directory, and stay connected through our social media channels. Yes, we're on Twitter. Yes, we're on Facebook. Yes, we're on LinkedIn. Add us to all your social media networks. The Alumni Association is here to serve your needs and your interests with relevant benefits and services. I invite you to have a look at the brochure that's inside your degree folder. You'll find some of the brand new alumni privileges that you've been given. As you cross the stage today, I will be presenting you with an alumni pin as a symbol of your achievement and of your status. Wherever life takes you in the future, I hope that you'll keep the SFU spirit alive and that you will stay connected to your university and your fellow alumni. Thank you.
Thank you, Leanne. Before the graduands are presented individually to the Chancellor, Mr. Arthur Armstrong, a member of the graduating class, will address Convocation. During his time at SFU, Mr. Armstrong, along with 10 other students, formed the Society of Arts and Social Sciences. As VP academic for the Society, he helped gather 18 professors from 9 departments to speak about their passions. Inspired by these presentations, he hopes to use what he learned from SFU professors, staff, and students to guide future generations as an elementary school teacher. Mr. Armstrong will be graduating today with a Bachelor of Arts majoring in psychology. It's now my pleasure to call upon Mr. Arthur Armstrong for the graduating address.
So, as I was walking down the AQ hallway today, I was struck by the people I saw around me. Family and friends were gathered together to support each other. I was struck by the fact that on this rare occasion, people come together to celebrate our accomplishments. And they come from across the city. They come from across the world because they're so proud of the things that we've done. And we've all done something amazing these last 16 years and more to get to this day. Believe it or not, we're the next generation of leaders, so let's make the best of it. You're persevering or you wouldn't be here. You're intelligent because you reach out for the things that you want rather than wait for them to come to you. And I think we all have incredible vision for the things that we're going to do when we leave the grounds today. I look forward to living in the world that you're starting to build. I look forward to meeting you way up in boardrooms to plan the next business venture. And I look forward to swapping war stories about our families, of which there are sure to be many. And I look forward to hearing how you're shaping the world and the communities that you live and breathe in. We're at a transition point today, and our actions over the coming months will set a tone for the rest of our lives. If we wake up each morning, eat breakfast, look for a job, and then sit in front of the television, we can expect that habit to carry forward. And the easier the habits we make, the harder they are to break. So I want you to take this moment and grab hold of the person that you want to be right now. Go ahead. Then I want you to create 3 things, 3 steps you want to take to become that person. And I want you to make them small, something that'll take maybe a day, maybe a few hours. And yeah, once again, just go right ahead. 3 things. And finally, I want you to choose the day you're going to do it on. When I closed my eyes to do the same thing 3 weeks ago, I knew that I wanted to build communities. I wanted people to know their neighbors and to work together in groups to create opportunities so that we can come together and care about each other. In other words, my dream is to make your dreams happen. When I hit the waves after my years are gone, I want to know that I've brought people together, that I've helped them improve themselves, their society, and the countries that they live in, whichever country that may be. So I called my cousin, a web designer, and I asked him if he would make me a website where people of this graduating class and all the people attending today could come together and discuss their dreams, help each other put them into action. A place where I could donate my time and that of some of my good friends, the most talented and experienced, practiced individuals I know, to figure out what it is you'll need to succeed. I asked my cousin to make a forum so that the next time our families come together, it will be for something truly unique and ingenuous. It's already starting to take off. We've received sponsorship for the next project, $700 to the project that really shows a lot of promise in bringing people together. So that can help you guys on your way. If you look around you, you'll see a couple people at the back entrances. They'll have a card that you can take with you when you leave. That card is one route. It's one route to the dream that you're holding today. I hope you'll take one with you. And if you see me around today, I hope you'll come and tell me about your dream, because I really want to hear about it. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Arthur. The members of the graduating class will now be presented to the Chancellor to be admitted en masse to their degrees. Will the graduands please rise? Pretty good-looking group. Madam Chancellor, I present to you those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of this university and request that you confer upon each one the degree for which she or he is now recommended.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the Senate of this university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees. Will the graduates please be seated?
The members of the graduating class will now be presented individually to the Chancellor. But first, a few requests. Would you please refrain from applauding the individual members of the graduating class until each group of degrees has been conferred? This does not apply to the conferral of doctoral degrees. And obviously, we can't forbid spontaneous outbursts of enthusiasm, even if we wanted to, which we don't. As a courtesy to others, please remain seated until the conclusion of the ceremony, and we'd ask graduates to please return to your seats following the receipt of your degrees. The degrees in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences will now be conferred. Madam Chancellor, the Associate Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Mary Ellen Kelm, will announce the names of the students earning graduate degrees.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of recognizing the recipient of the Dean of Graduate Studies Convocation Medal for Academic Excellence in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, Dr. Jody Yager. We congratulate Dr. Yager on her outstanding achievement. Unfortunately, she is unable to be present today. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the graduates of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. The graduates will be hooded by Dr. John Craig, Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. Dr. Martin Davidson, Department of Psychology, Senior Supervisor, Dr. Robert Lay. Dr. Glenn J. Landry, Department of Psychology, Senior Supervisor, Dr. Ralph Misselberger. Dr. Erica Penner, Department of Psychology, Senior Supervisor, Dr. Jody Viljoen. Dr. Catherine Rossiter, School of Criminology, Senior Supervisor, Dr. Simon Verdon-Jones. Congratulations. Dr. Winona Marilyn Victor, School of Criminology, Senior Supervisor, Dr. Ted Pallas. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the graduates of master's degrees in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. Your card. Marina Anamali. Maury Bailey. Raven Bowen. Beverly Carter. Stephanie Craig. Christina Kikas. Janice Rutherford. Morgan Holt. Krista Johnston. Linda Leonardo. Mandeep Leet. Jill Logan. Nicole McDonald. Roanne Millman. Rosalind Mao. Anne Tu Nguyen. Jennifer Ossel. Ramandeep Sandra. Dupinder Sandhu. Nicole Stone. Adele Tigarova. Jacqueline Tate.
Madam Chancellor, the Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, Dr. John Craig, will announce the names of the students earning undergraduate degrees in his faculty.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. The first graduate is the recipient of the Dean's Convocation Medal for Academic Excellence. I ask Mr. Dylan Gatner to come forward. Hey, Dylan. Mr. Dylan Gatner is an outstanding student in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, having completed the requirements for an honors major in psychology with a cumulative GPA of 4.21, a deeply impressive achievement, especially once you start looking over the range of courses from history, English, criminology, and so on and so forth. He's won numerous awards, including a certificate of academic excellence from the Canadian Psychological Association, and has thrice been the recipient of an SFU undergraduate research award. The competition was very, very fierce, but congratulations, Dylan, on receiving the Dean's Convocation Medal for Academic Excellence. Madam Chancellor, before proceeding with the remaining graduates, and on behalf of all of my colleagues in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, I wish to acknowledge an exceptional student, one Mr. Andrew Taylor Eddy in the Department of History, who recently and tragically passed away. His degree is being awarded posthumously. His family is in attendance with us today, and we extend our deepest condolences to them. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the remaining graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. Zara Abdullah, Jeremy Adelman, Nazir Ahmed, Shuyao A, Zara Ayub, Sarah Alexander, Ali Al-Jamali, Sharon All, Catherine Anderegg, Caitlin Anderson, Kimberly Angelik, Shiun Aunama, Liane Araki, Maxwell Akond, Arthur Armstrong, Samantha Arundale, Douglas Olang, Fatima Aziz. Let's just slow it down a bit. Candice Batra, Yasmin Barami, Gurneet Bal, Kayla Bal, Megan Banford, Ramandeep Basi, Kristen Bowder, Melissa Bergen, Mihai Bashir, Jasmine Banda, Jessica Bindish, Denise Blaustein, Navpreet Bogan, Trevor Booth, Regard Boy, Vanessa Bork, Gregory Bauer, Julia Boyko, Emily Bozanich, Derek Brigham, Kelsey Brodowich, Karandeep Bunga, Eric Burrell, James Kabusau, Wen Tsai, Vivian Tsai, Phaedra Carpenter, Haley Carter, Braden Cass, Anna Castrion, Heather Katanak, Elisa Teng Chuen Chan, Brandy Chan, Kanan Chan, Leon Chan, Ophelia Chan, Rachel Chan, Vicky Chan, Stephen Chang, Andrew Chen, Yuxuan Chen, Casey Chung, Kai Leung Chung, Philip Chung, Mary Chick, Navjeet Chima, Crystal Choi, Jessica Choi, Paul Choi, Alison Chow, Daniel Chow, Raymond Chow, Chantel Chung, Denny Chung, Lindsay Claggett, Ariana Coles, Corey Connell, Heather Cowie, Erin Cunningham, Alexander Curl, Monica Dabrowski, Ruhao Dai, take your time, Zoe De Domenico, Michaela De Luca, Adam Dewar, Tanraj Dade, Manpreet Dhaliwal, Bilpreet Dami, Navjeet Dami, Parminder Dillon, Panam Dimon, Deanna Dixon, Emilio Di Trocchio, oh, beg pardon, Adele Deason, Svetlana Dobrota, Rebecca Domovich, Odilia Dissteinbergen, Sean Earl, Christy Elliott, Kerry Ems, Deanna Fan, Julie Fan, Kelly Ford, Ashley Forsberg, Sarah Frankenberger, Miles Fraser, Amanda Fricker, Christiana Frid Finson, Diva Gara, Christine Gerson, Taylor Gibson, Harinder Gill, Manbir Gill, Navdeep Gill, Raymond Gill, Selena Gill, John Gillis, Asia Glover, Christopher Gluper, Valerie Gooch, Danielle Goodwin, Laura Gordon, Natasha Grant, Anastasia Grovorich, Amy Hadley, Suji Han, Daniel Hannon, Farah Hack, Alison Harasimchuk, Christine Hart, Megan Hart, Emma Harvey, Sadaf Hashimi, Jean-Darc Hasko, Katrina Heyer, Sean Heaslip, Flora Herbert, Eric Herman, Tina Higashi, Eric Ho, Michael Ho, we met earlier, Selena Ho, Sumyi Sami, Thomas Ho, Winnie Ho, Nicole Holtfluer, Julie Hong, Simon Hunt, Taylor Hunt, Taylor Innes, Donya Jalali, Fatima Jamalova, Sandeep Jasal, Renu Jaswal, Jane Jian, Heather Jiang, Zain Jiwa, Jasmeet Johal, Monica Johal, Stephen Johnson, Caitlin Cartnan, Christiana Kaiser, Melanie Calambay, Vavandeep Kandola, Alexander Kirby, Ashia Kaival, Banaifa Kajotia, Bejad Kazayan, Diane Kim, Kyu-hee Kim, Taylor Knudsen, Laureen Kumar, Betty Kwok, Alicia Ladak, Heitung Lai, Kelvin Lam, Nikita Lam, Stephanie Lanthier, Danielle Lapage, Emma Laprise, Matthew Larkey, Jody Lau, Anthony Lauser, Karine Lavoie, Kane Law, May Daisy Le, Caitlin Lee, Cheryl Lee, Enoch Lee, Fiona Lee, Christina Lee, Lauren Lee, Edmund Leung, Stephanie Leung, Kevin Lee, Melody Liao, Megan Liao, Yunji Lin, Cody Lind, Jenny Liu, great, Ashley Livingston, Yen Ting Lo, Lily Liu, Isaac Louis, thank you, Irene Lozano Garcia, Kara Lukoveski, Angela Lam, Joe Lowe, Christine Lyle, Connor Lynch, Laura MacDonald, Sumra Mahmood, Brendan Mahoney, Maya Malakoff, Anisha Malik, Pavandeep Mali, Jennifer Malone, Parmavir Mann, Ali Manning, Nina Maravich, Jonathan Marconi, Georgiana Marin, Cade Markson, Stacia Martinez-Jones, Gloria Mashuala, Gabriela Mastrodonato, Julian Matos, Deanna Mayhew, Cody McQuaid, Ashley McQueen, Ashley McTavish Wisdom, Deanna Mayhick, Sarah Mehmedi, Mitchell Marriott, excellent, Suli Mavamanama, Matyus Mihalik, Anna Mihailovich, someone I worked with, brilliant, Farane Moayadi, Manita Mudha, Riley Murdoch, Michael Nadrajan, Mai Nakane, Mai Nakasone, Kirandeep Nawal, Michelle Nolt, Mila Naroxi, Paula Negosu, Alison Nelson, Bianca Ing, Chantel Ing, Chelsea Ing, Jasmine Ing, Kwok Chu Ing, Judy Nguyen, Alexander Negro, Caitlin Nordheimer, Scarlett O'Farrell, Sabine Obeid, Hannah Opiel, Dana Pays. Jenny Paez. Sasha Palad. Ashley Powell. Tiffany Powell. Krasula Papadopoulos. Christian Paras. Benjamin Parsonson. James Patton. Michelle Pollock. Sachi Pereira. Tassia Pickard. Paul Pietrushinsky. Carter Petrie. Helen Platzovic. Anna Poon. Gurinder Pooney. Nathan Pope. Daria Pradarovich. Scott Puffer. Sam Quitsone. TJ? TJ Ranonich. Anna Rai. Kevin Ram. Ligia Ramos. Catherine Ramsey. Nisha Rana. Anastasia Roche. Samuel Rosenberg. Robert Rahorchuk. Dean Salinan. Ramandeep Samra. Michelle Sampson. Harajan Sandhu. Malinda Sandhu. Nicole Schmitz. Nancy Schuning. Ashley Serra. Arvinda Sekon. Diana Serban. Anna Sergeyeva. Give me a minute. I've got to blow my nose. Okay. Sherry Shea. Stephanie Shea. Anthony Shen. Marilyn Shenton. Pael Hay Shin. Aranjit Sidhu. Paul Sidhu. Megan Sim. Leanne Thew. Samantha Thew. Jessica Smith. Amar Sohi. Hawan Song. Lindsay Souza. Andrew Spanos. Shauna Stasiuk. Jacqueline Stephen. Elizabeth Suko. Monique Sundaran. Jaspreet Suna. Jenny Sito. Ashley Tahani. Andrea Takasaki. Yuko Takasaki. Tiffany Tan. Christine Tang. Shulin Tao. Ira T. Chen Wan Ten. Adriana Teo. Andrew Thompson. Hollis Thorau. Jocelyn Tien. Jessica Sin Ting To. Peter Taves. Yeah, good. Nima Togugawa. Wesley Tom. Jordan Tomei, Emily Tran, Thomas Trudel, Stanley Sear, Sukneet Turner, Sarah Timoshuk, Nick Urbaniak, David Uede, Althea Villarino, Caitlin Walker, Stephanie Walker, Keely Wallace, Amanda or Michelle? Yeah, Amanda Michelle. Got it. Amanda Michelle Ward, Tara Wozni, Blair West, Heather White, Lyndon Wilkins, Jessica Wilkinson, Nicole Wittenberg, Caroline Wojcik, Adelina Wong, Adrian Wong, Benjamin Wong, Cannon Wong, Candy Wong, Anthony Wong, Winston Wong, Jennifer Wu, Jenny Woods, Amy Wu, Paul Wikisi, Amber Ji, Anthony Yan, Tiffany Ye, Jessica Young, Berta Yu, Kitty Yui, Kaishin Yong, Trevor Young, Polly Yu, Wansi Yu, Helen Yun, Zaganis, Alexander Zaganis, Diana Zaliaya, good. Diana Zaliaya, Jashi Zhang, you sure? Alex Zhu, Alina Zurikina, Madam Chancellor, I'm pleased to present the students who have completed the requirements for diplomas and certificates in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences and the Faculty of Science. We'll go for the whole thing. David Irwin Fraser Henderson. Linda Lander. Lauren Balmus. Todesco. And last but far from least, Monica Todesco.
Will the graduating class please rise? I congratulate each of you on the completion of your degree. This is an impressive achievement, and I ask your friends and family to join me in applauding the amazing graduating class of June 2013. Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, this does complete the formal awarding of degrees. Unfortunately, some graduates recommended by the Senate for degrees today were unable to be present, and their names have therefore not been read out, but I now admit them to the appropriate degrees as shown in the program. So I just have a couple of thank yous to express, mostly to all of you for making this such a special convocation. To our many volunteer staff and faculty members coordinated by Student Services and Ceremonies and Events offices who have worked together to once again run such a lovely, smooth convocation day. Thank you. And of course, to the members of our 6-time world champion Simon Fraser University Pipe Band for their very special contribution to SFU's convocation. Our pipe band will perform after the ceremony in Freedom Square, which is just behind me. And as well, you are now all invited to attend a reception in the James Douglas Room, again behind the platform. But please, may I ask you now to rise and remain standing at your places until the Lieutenant Governor and the platform party have all recessed. Thank you.